Hi Cycle 3, this week we'll be drawing Vincent van Gogh's famous sunflower piece. You'll need some oil pastels or color pencils, a piece of paper, a pencil, and an eraser. Let's get started. So today I'm going to be using oil pastels. If you don't have oil pastels at home, you can use textures or color pencils. They will still do the trick. Notice that I don't have any pencils with me, and that is because I want you to be comfortable about putting the mark on the paper. However, if you still want to use a pencil first and then go over with your textures or oil pastels, you can do that too, okay? So, the first thing I want you to do is to draw a curved line towards the bottom. It's almost like you're drawing a smiley face. Now we're going to draw two curved lines coming down like this, okay? All right, just like that. And in the middle, we're going to draw another curved line. Now, underneath this line, towards the side, I want you to draw two lines out towards the edge of the page. So if you have a look at Van Gogh's sunflower piece, you'll notice that some sunflowers are drippy, some are upright. We're going to first draw the ones that are closest to the vase, okay? So notice I've switched my pastel to a lighter color because sunflowers are yellow and orangey, okay? So I'm going to draw a big circle just like that, and then another circle, and then one's going out like that, one's going out like that, and another one coming off like this. Now, before we draw the petals, we're just going to draw some circles that are hang above of the flowers here in the vase, and that will be the center where the seeds are. So we'll just draw some circles, well, ovals really, okay, and they can be different shapes, different sizes, and I'm just going to draw another one coming out like this, okay. Now we're going to draw in the petals. So imagine you're drawing zigzag lines, but you also can make it sort of curved. So let me show you what I mean. So we're just going to curve the zigzag lines like that. Okay, and we're going to do the same ones for this. And for this one as well. So if the petals are at the back, you won't draw it, so you just skip. Okay. And this one as well, so these are at the back. So I feel like this part and this part are a bit bare, so what I'll do is I'll just add another oval, and then I'll draw a stem coming out this way, and I'll just add some zigzag lines as the petals, okay? And say I'm gonna have a one at the edge, just like that. So now this is the fun part. We're going to start coloring in our vase, our flowers. I'm gonna start with the vase, okay? So choose two colors that you think will go well with the sunflowers. I'm going to choose a blue and a lavender color, and we're just going to color those in. So now we move on to the flowers. So you've got the ones with the petals and the ones that look like donuts or bagels. Let's start with the ones that look like donuts or bagels. I'm gonna choose orange as my color. We're just going to color the outside, so not the inside circles, but the outside. Okay, so we've done the bagel flowered shapes. Now we're going to draw the petals. Notice how when we did the bagel flowered ones, we wanted to keep the outline. This time I want you to go over the outlines like this, okay? So we actually go over it so we don't really see it and it's blended in the background, okay? All right, so we've done the petals. Now we're going to do the middle. Okay, so choose a different color. I'm going to go with a dark magenta, sort of pink. You can choose any color, okay? And we're just going to color in like what we would normally do with oil pastels and color pencils, making sure there's as little as white space as possible. Okay, now we're gonna add in the stems because flowers have stems. Okay, so choose a sort of greenish color. I'm gonna go with this one. We're just going to draw in the stems and give it some leaves as well because flowers also have leaves. Okay, so I want this one to come in like this one to come down. So again, if the stem is behind the flower petals, you don't draw it in front. I'm just going to draw it down until it disappears at the back. And again, this one comes down this way. Okay, we're just going to give it some leaves. So again, just give it some lines. What you could do is you can just fill in the white spaces that you have for the leaves. Okay, just a little bit. You don't have to go too much. Okay. Now we're just going to add some details to our flowers here. So choose a dark color, one that's darker than the colors that you've chosen. We're just going to outline it again. Okay. We're going to outline the flowers. And then towards the end, we're just going to draw some lines going into the center. Okay, so not straight to the center, just the outside edges. Just like that. Okay. Next, we're going to focus on the middle of the sunflowers. We're going to give it some dots and dashes, which is where the sunflower seeds are. So I've chosen blue to make it really stand out, but you can choose a different color. It doesn't have to be. So dots and dashes. Okay. And then if you look at Van Gogh's sunflower seeds piece, well not sunflower seeds, sunflowers piece, you also notice that sometimes there's different there's layers of colors. So I'm just going to take my white, which just so happens to have a little green on it. I'm just going to clean it, okay? And I'm just going to go over this part and add a bit of white to it, leading out, and again, leading out. I'm going to outline it with a different color as well. So I'm going to choose the orange. Okay, just give it a nice outline. Okay, that's our sunflower seeds and sunflowers done. Now this next part is optional. We're just going to draw some highlights onto the vase. The highlight is basically where the light source shines directly onto the vase. Okay, so if you have got white, all we're going to do is just use our white and just draw lines coming down. As you can see, my white isn't coming very clearly, but that's okay. We'll just do what we can, okay? And that's my light source. Now, to finish off our piece, I am going to leave my upper part white because I like a white background, but I'm going to fill in my tablecloth, okay? So I'm going to choose a nice bright color just to complement the flowers, and that is the very last thing that we have to do today, okay? And that is our Vincent van Gogh inspired sunflower drawing.